Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Shaunneka and today I'm going to guide you through a series of postures that you chose. So if you remember, a few weeks ago I asked you what your favorite Yin Yoga postures were, and I gathered all of the data and I came up with the top 5. If you aren't already following me on Instagram or you're not part of the Facebook community group, be sure to click the links in the description box. I'll leave them there so that you can have your input for, let's say, the next Yin Yoga favorites video that I create. Like I said, all of these poses are your most favorited Yin Yoga postures. So we will go ahead and get started. We'll only need 2 blocks for this practice. We'll use it towards the end, and we will start with a caterpillar posture. So let's go ahead and make our way to a seated position, extending your legs out in front of you. So for this one, it's up to you whether you want to bring your feet to touch, or what I like to do is I prefer to bring a slight gap between my heels. It just brings the stretch a little bit deeper into the belly of the hamstring. So go ahead, inhale here, lengthen through the spine. Imagine you're sticking out your bum. And on the exhale, allow the belly to drape over the thighs. Palms can face up, and allow the head to drop. Nice deep breaths into the back of the rib cage. Nice expansive breaths. Into our last few breaths here. Last 2 breaths. Nice big inhale. Open the mouth, inside out. Again, inhale. And exhale. Gently opening the eyes. Lift the gaze. Go ahead and just bring your hands behind you and just allow yourself to sink into your shoulder girdle. You drop one ear to your shoulder. Let's go ahead and sit ourselves up, and we're going to make our way into wide-legged child's pose. So from a tabletop position, bring your knees as wide as you can, or as comfortable for you. Bring your big toes to touch, and you're going to send your bum back into the saddle that you've created with your feet. So if you find that you're unable to bring your bum to your heels, you can always place a towel or a block there to close the gap. Walk your palms out further and bring your left cheek to the mat. Thinking this time about breathing into your low back. It's really expanding and bringing space into that area. Let's go ahead and turn our cheek to the opposite side. Let's go ahead and bring our forehead to the mat for these last few breaths. Let's take our last 2 breaths here. Nice big inhale, fill up. Open the mouth, inside out. One more inhale. And gently exhale. Go ahead and lift the gaze. Push into the palms. Rock forward back into your tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Pick up your knees. Draw your legs closed. And go ahead and just drape the belly on top of the thighs for a closed child's pose. You can stay here on forearms and just shimmy from side to side. If you're feeling any low back discomfort, it might feel nice to squeeze the knees together. So from here, we'll be making our way into frog. I was quite surprised to find that frog was one of your favorites. It is an intense pose, but it is one of those poses that the longer you're in it, you can get into the meditative aspect of the pose. So go ahead, find your tabletop position, and bring your knees as wide as is comfortable for you, keeping your hips in line with your knee. You're then going to point your toes or flex your feet in the same direction as your knees. You're then going to come down onto your forearms. And while you're here on your forearms, you want to imagine that you're pushing your bum back against an imaginary wall, a wall of tension. And if this cue isn't working for you, you can also think about tilting your hips towards the ceiling. And as always, you can place the block underneath your belly for support. Notice if you're clenching your teeth. Softening all the muscles in the face. Relaxing the inner thighs, so no gripping. Also stack fist on fist and let the forehead rest if that's comfortable. Last few breaths here. Let's take our last 2 breaths here. Nice big inhale. Open the mouth and sigh it out. One more inhale. And exhale. Gently opening the eyes. From here, you're just going to rock forward and come all the way onto your belly. You can leave your legs out wide. And stack palm on palm and allow the forehead to rest. You can shimmy your hips from side to side, or just find a moment of stillness here. So if you haven't done so already, go ahead and just shimmy your legs closed. You can bend your knees and just very gently rock from side to side. We'll go ahead from here and come all the way onto our backs. So from here, we'll be taking a reclined pigeon. We'll start off with the left foot first. So grounding down through that right foot, take the left ankle and cross it over the right kneecap. So you can stay here and push away on the left thigh with your left hand, or you can pick up that right foot, weave your hands through the hole, grab a hold of the back of the right hamstring, or on top of the right shin. So sometimes we have a tendency to lean to the left, so slight lean to the right. Last few breaths on this side. Let's take our last 2 breaths here. Nice big inhale. Open the mouth and sigh it out. One more inhale. And exhale. Gently release the grip. So bring the right foot back to the mat. Uncross the left knee. Bring the left foot to the floor. Just hang out here for a moment. We'll go ahead and do the other side. So planting the left foot into the mat this time, crossing the right ankle over the left kneecap, staying here, pushing away on the right thigh with the right hand, or taking the same variation you took on the other side. And remembering it's a slight lean to the left this time. Last few breaths here. Last 2 breaths. Nice big inhale. Open the mouth and sigh it out. One more inhale. And exhale. So gently release that grip, bringing the left foot back to the mat, uncross the right ankle, and just again hang out here for a moment. So for our last posture, you will need your blocks. So go ahead and grab your blocks. And we will be doing a heart opener. So I'll just demonstrate with the blocks. So you're going to bring the first block at its highest height, and the second block at its second highest height. So from here, you're going to come to lay down on the block. You don't want the block digging into your low back. You want a slight gap. And when you come down, once you find that spot, you should be able to hug the block with your shoulder blades. And I'm going to bring the other block right at the base of the neck. Right at the base of the head. You might need to find that sweet spot for yourself. And then when you're ready, you're going to bring the soles of the feet to touch. And you're going to bring the arms out nice and wide. So if you're feeling maybe a little uncomfortable in the sense that maybe you feel slightly out of breath, that's normal. We tend to spend so much time hunched forward that we're now opening ourselves up to receive, which can sometimes be uncomfortable. Taking nice, big, deep belly breaths here. If you'd like to go deeper, you can always bring your arms up overhead. You can grab onto opposite elbows, or you can just allow the tops of the palms to rest above you. Or even interlacing the fingers. Last few breaths here. Last two breaths. Nice big inhale. Fill up all the way into the chest. Right up underneath the armpits. Open the mouth and sigh it out. One more inhale. And exhale. You have your arms above you. Bring them back down beside you. Extend your legs back straight. Down onto the mat. You're just going to lean over onto your right elbow. Remove the block with your left hand. And come to lay all the way down onto your back for your Savasana. So once again, let's just press the back of the skull into the mat, press the elbows into the mat, pick up the chest, draw your shoulders away from your ears, down the back, and set yourself back down. You might feel like you are floating on a cloud. Maybe you feel like you're lying in quicksand. You're being pulled into your mat. Just taking it all in here. So feeling free to stay here for as long as you like. I quite enjoyed creating the Yin Favorites class. I hope you enjoyed it as well. And I will see you back here again soon. Have a wonderful day.